Hello viewers. So now I have to discuss about invertible function. In my previous class I have already discussed about functions, what is functions, and I have discussed different types of functions, that is one functions, many one functions, one on two functions, one into functions. Okay, now today I have to discuss about invertible function. Now invertible, this term comes from inverse. Okay, means a function is a way. A function is a way to map one element to the other element of codomain set. Okay, is a way. A function is a way in which we can map one element of the domain set to the other element to the codomain set. Okay, so now if we get another way or another map that should be mapped from the codomain set to domain set, so that is called the inverse function of the previous function. Okay, suppose let us take one definition, students. Let f a to b and g b to a two function such that g compose f is equal to identity function. Okay, identity mapping ia, and f compose v is equal to ib. So it is called invertible function and g is called the inverse. Means this is the composition function. I will come to this after this video. After this video I will make a different video with this composition. Okay, composition means first you just remind that composition means taking two functions together. Okay, so that is the composition of function. Okay, in short, suppose let us take one example. Suppose we have, I have to show you the composition in very small, very short. Okay, suppose we have take suppose fx, my fx is defined as x and my gx is defined as 2x. Okay, now if we have to find f compose gx, so f compose gx means f of gx. F of gx, now here my gx is what is value of my gx is 2x, so means f of 2x is equal to, now f of 2x is equal to what comes 2x. So this is the composition, student. Okay, this is the main composition. Similarly, if we have to find g compose f, suppose we have to find g compose f, so we have g compose f means g of fx means g of, what is fx, g of x. Now g of x, g of fx, value of fx is g of x means 2x. So this is the composition, g compose, this is the g compose f and this is the f compose g. Okay, so this is the actually this is very short of under very in short I have to discuss this. Now I will make a separate video for that. Now let us come, so this definition, so this is g is called the inverse of f, and we write that f inverse is equal to g. Okay, so clearly here f inverse compose f is equal to ia and f compose f inverse is equal to ib. Now for clearing that, let us take one example, one simple example. Suppose here is given, let f r to r. it is fx is defined as 2x plus 3. Okay, now let y is equal to fx. We have to take y is equal to fx. Definitely y is equal to fx. Then y is equal to 2x plus 3. Now from here we can compute the value of x is equal to y minus 3 by 2. Now if we find the f inverse of y, if we have to find the inverse of y, f inverse of y, okay, function of inverse of y, that can be is equal to f inverse of f of x, because the value of y is equal to f of x. Okay, value of y is equal to, now inverse and f should be cancel out. Now from here we can get the value of this is equal to x, means y minus 3 by 2. So my f inverse is y minus 3 by 2. Thus we can define the inverse function like that: f inverse from again R to R. My f was R to R. If my f was R to R, this is my R and this is another R. If my f is from R to R, then this is f inverse, it is from R to R, and my fx was denoted by 2x plus 3. fx is denoted by 2x plus 3. So f inverse here, f inverse y comes. So my f inverse y is denoted by here y minus 3 by 2. Means in this way we can again come to my first point. From this point we can start my journey and go to and go ready to go for going the this range set or range set. Okay, now from the range set we can again move and come to the domain set by f inverse with this way: f is equal to y minus 3 by 2. Okay, so this is one example. Now there will be two theorem for that. First theorem is, if f a to b is 1 1 on 2, 1 1 and on 2 also, not only 1 1, if function is 1 1 on 2, then f is an invertible function. The proof is given in R.S. Agarwal book. You should read it from R.S. Agarwal book or any other book from your graduation, that is from honors book. You can read it from S.K. Mappa or R.M. Khan or any other IIT JEE, where the functions chapter is given. I think there will be present in this. In graduation book it is definitely present. Okay, now in R.S. Agarwal book this is also present. So this is the theorem, first theorem, and next comes the second theorem. Second theorem is converse of the first theorem. Means if a function is invertible, then it will be 1 1 on 2. So applying these two theorem, by applying these two theorem, we have to solve many questions of R.S. Agarwal book, R.S. Agarwal math book. Now first question, my first solve example: let f R to R is defined as fx is equal to 4x plus 3 for all x belongs to R. Then we have to show that f is invertible and we have to find f inverse also. Okay, now to show that f is invertible, to show about that, we have to first prove that f is 1 1. Next we have to prove that f is on 2. Next we have to find the f inverse. Okay, so for 1 1 we are taking f inverse f of x1 is equal to f of x2. That should imply x1 is equal to x2. If that happens, then we can say that it is 1 1. Now here we can go by going the similar way, we can get that x1 equal to x2. So it is 1 1. Now for onto means every image has a pre-image. That means onto. Okay, now again for that we take y is equal to 4x plus 3. That implies x is equal to y minus 3 by 4. Y minus 3 by 4, such that so fx is equal to f of y minus 3 by 4. Now putting this value with this x position, we get f of y minus 3 by 4 is equal to y. So from that we can get that every image, this is the image, has a pre-image. Every image has a pre-image. So it is onto also. Okay. So 1 1 on 2, that means it is invertible. Since it is 1 1 on 2, so we can say that it is also invertible. So invertible, okay, by the theorem 1. Next, similar process. This is the similar process. Y is equal to fx, that is f inverse y is equal to my y minus 3, and y is equal to fx, x is equal to y minus 3 by 4. Thus f inverse is equal to r to r. Similarly, r to r, f inverse y is defined by y minus 3 by 4. Okay, so this is the process by which we can tell that f is 1 1 and f is invertible. Now let us take another example. Let f r to r and fx is equal to 2x minus 7 by 4, so that f is invertible, and also we have to find the f inverse. In the previous we have to find the f inverse. My f inverse is y minus 3 by 4 here, and here we have to also find the my f inverse. Similarly, we have to go through the same process. F of x1 is equal to f of x2. This can be imply f x1 is equal to 2, that means f is 1 1. Next, for onto, we have to take y is equal to this and x is equal to this. Now fx is equal to f of 4y plus 7. We get this is y. Okay, so we can say that f is onto. So 1 my 1 1 and onto both are happening. Now we would find the inverse of that function by going through the similar process. Y is equal to fx means y is equal to 2x minus 7 by 4, or x is equal to 4y plus 7 by 2. So here f inverse y is equal to f inverse y is equal to 4y plus 7 by 2, means thus f r to r is equal to f inverse y is equal to 4y plus 7 by 2. Okay, now so this is the second problem. Now come to the third problem. The third problem is again similarly another problem is given, that we have to so that this is 1 1 and we have to find the f inverse. The f inverse. Similarly, we have to take this x is x1 is equal to x, so f is 1 1, and y is equal to this. We have to compute the value of x. Now put this value of x here over here. This is y, so f is onto. Now to show that f is invertible also. For showing that f is invertible, we have to take y is equal to fx, that is x is equal to y minus 3 by 10. Now f inverse y is equal to what means f inverse of fx, that I have not done in my previous maths, but it should be happens that f inverse y is equal to f inverse of f of x. Now f inverse and f is cancelled, so x is comes here. Now value of x is from here is y minus 3. Okay, so that is my f inverse y minus 3. By this way we can again come from the range set to the domain set. Okay, thus my f inverse is equal to, from R to R, is equal defined by f inverse y is equal to y minus 3 by 10 for all y belongs to R. Okay. So that's it for this video. I will come with the next video, composition of two functions. Okay, so that you can better understand the composition. Now till then, keep watching, and if you like my channel, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.